This is the Manfrotto PIXI EVO Mini Tripod. It weighs 260 grams and the maximum payload that it can support is 2.5 kilograms. It has a fixed 1/4 inch 20 screw, so that's something that can't be changed. It is made out of aluminium and technopolymer. The minimum height for the tripod is 10.5 centimeters and the maximum height for the tripod is 20 centimeters, which is almost the same as the height of the tripod when it's closed at 20.5 centimeters. I found the build to be average. There isn't anything outstanding about the tripod and everything feels quite plasticky and rattles a bit. The screws don't feel solid, so when you screw them on you feel like you need to keep screwing and still things move around a little bit. When you do put a camera on it, you have to extend the legs all the way because there is no center part that would keep the legs together. So you have 3 settings which you can extend the legs out, but then once you've done that, you need to push all the 3 legs down all the way so that it stays stable. So if you have something on top of the tripod which isn't that heavy, maybe a mobile phone and a small stand, that will actually make the legs extend out just by the weight itself. In certain scenarios, the same setup, which isn't that heavy, would fall over to the side if it's not angled properly. The tripod is useful if you just want to mount a webcam on it or you have a really simple setup, but I wouldn't recommend it for a heavy SLR camera or anything where you need to adjust tightly. So even though it says that the maximum weight it can support is 2.5 kilograms, I would be really careful with putting that amount of weight on top of it because it's not that stable. If you do want the head to go to a 90-degree angle, it only does that on one direction. In the other directions, it only goes to about maybe 35 or 40 degrees. So here you can see I'm putting a mobile phone on top of it and a Ulanzi ST-14 stand or microphone clip. You can see that it falls over because I haven't extended the legs all the way. So there's no real nice way of keeping the height of the tripod quite tall. And if you don't extend the legs all the way, but you have a little bit of weight on top of it, the legs will gradually extend themselves. So if you need to get height out of your tripod, this isn't the best tripod to use. It has a button on the side which lets you choose whether you want to move the tripod even lower down. And by the time you've done that and push it down all the way, you get about maybe 3 centimeters or so away from the surface. Apart from the inner part of the legs of the tripod, everything else feels quite plasticky and rattles. So the plastic part on the aluminium legs, they make a bit of noise. And the ball head as well, that's quite plasticky, it's not solid metal. I wouldn't recommend purchasing this tripod unless you wanted to use it for anything apart from just maybe mounting a webcam or something small.